in the inaugural program of the 8th edition of the International Conference on NanoScience and Nanotechnology. The Department of Physics and Nanotechnology was the first department to organize an international conference at a bigger scale. And you can imagine that this is the 8th edition of this conference. As you all know, the conference is basically for sharing of knowledge and networking. And in today's world, without collaboration and networking, it's very difficult to move forward. So that's why we have so many collaborating partners for this international conference. But we need to bring in some change in organizing such conferences in our country, maybe to start with at SRM. We all know that academic institutions are moving towards excellence, or they have to move towards excellence, and industries are towards relevance. Now, unless we bring this excellence and relevance together, it will be very difficult for us to make a significant contribution in the area of research and development. So under this context, we thought that we should have somebody from the industry here to inaugurate this conference, but unfortunately there is a delay in his flight, and then somehow he will join us within a couple of hours. It is not only bringing somebody from the industry to address all of us, but we should also have participants from the industry so that the sharing of knowledge will be much more better when compared to sharing only among the academic institutions. We are focused on research. Initially our research was in varied direction. We were focusing on the number of papers to be published, and then later on we realized that we should consolidate all those things and focus on the quality research. The broad areas of research which is happening under SRM IST umbrella are fivefold. One is the water, energy, environment, healthcare, and disruptive technologies. All researches happening at SRM will fall under one of these broad categories. And also we have been insisting on our students and the faculty members to align their projects to one or more of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. That's the first step that we have taken. As a testimony to that, Nature Index journals gives a periodical output of the institutional performance across the world. The data that is available in the public domain is from 1st January 2024 to 31st December 2024. If you go through the table, in India, under general category, we are placed in the 22nd position, and under academic category, we are at the 18th place. The number of papers published in 1 year is 42 in Nature Index journals, and out of 42, 19 papers are from the Department of Physics and Nanotechnology. That's about 45%. It is closely followed by the Department of Chemistry, which has published 18 papers in Nature Index journal. I think if we can bring this physics and nanotechnology and chemistry together, we can still bring in a lot of impact, maybe in terms of the quality of publication and also the numbers. So let us not be isolated, let us all work together. It is going to be a collaborative work, then certainly we can reach better milestones. I said we are in the 18th position under academic category. If you look at the private institutions, we are at the second place. The first place is BITS Planet, the 17th position, we are in the 18th place. It's a gap of only 1, that's all. Now, every institution, whether we like it or not, has to show its credentials through the accreditation and ranking process. The Government of India ranks all higher education institutions year on year under the National Institutional Ranking Framework. It ranks the higher education institutions under different categories, say engineering, medicine, universities, agriculture, law, management, research, innovation, public universities. There are many such categories. In India, we have close to 1,200 universities. When I am talking about universities, I am not including the institutions of national importance like IITs, IIMs, NIT, and so on. In 2024, we secured the 12th position in the country. And under the research institutions, we are at the 24th place in the country, which includes IITs, IIMs, and other leading institutions. So there is a considerable progress that we have been making all these years. Now, if you look at the international ranking, there is a ranking called as the Shanghai ranking, which gives more weightage to the quality of faculty, research output, and the number of publications per faculty. Nearly 90% of the score is only for these three. In Shanghai ranking 2024, out of 1,000 universities it has listed across the globe, 15 institutions are from India and SRM is one among them. So that again shows that we are focusing on the quality of research. Okay. What next? Now this is a great challenge that education institution like ours is facing. What is the research that's happening here? It is converted into a paper, research paper. And then after that, can something be done? Maybe a technology transfer, or can that be converted into a product that is still missing in institutions of, many institutions in India. We have been encouraging our faculty members and students to file patent and see that they can convert that as a technology transfer or a product at a later point in time. As on date, we have 453 patents that are granted, and we are struggling to convert that into a technology transfer or a product. To make it possible, we have invited about 150 industries to the campus to showcase the patents that have been granted to our faculty members and students. I think about 15 to 20 of those patents will see a better path in the next few months. That means they can be either transformed to some sort of technology transfer or work towards a prototype and then to a patent. So that's what I meant by making our research very relevant. In terms of publications, getting grants from different funding agencies and carrying out cutting-edge research, all are fine. But we need to move a step further. And that step is, how do you convert your findings to a technology transfer or a product? I believe a conference of this type will kindle interest among you and try to see how you can take your research to the next level. I strongly believe that you will have a wonderful time in the next 3 days and enjoy your stay at SRM. Wish the conference all success. Thank you.
Since many years, and and it's known that all our Hyderabad engineering aspirants, they write the SRM entrance test, and even my son also has written that exam. So I mean, it's well known for its engineering and technology programs, All India entrance test, and then it's done. I heard it's got a campus also at Amravati in Andhra Pradesh, and many of us working with them in collaboration for many activities. And it's the first time I'm coming over here, and then I'm overwhelmed by the magnitude of the campus, magnitude of the students, and then magnitude of the areas which SRM University is working. And then it also shows that kind of importance, that kind of a dedication, that kind of leadership, and then that kind of opportunities that's going to bring that SRM. That's why it's all standing, and then it created its own niche. And then I'm very happy to hear from the Vice Chancellor's address that it's competing, and it stands, it has got in terms of publications, in terms of projects, in terms of innovations, it's competing, and then it's standing its own, I mean it's better ranked among all the universities and institutes in India. And coming back to that is our program. Today's topic is an international conference on nanoscience and nanotechnology. So when we started working on nanoscience, Government of India, Department of Science and Technology has created a nano mission in the year of around 2003 or 2004, and we're pushed to work on materials. And then because as everyone knows, I don't want to give any introduction and all, because everyone knows that in terms of nano size or nano crystalline nano grains, it has got its own unique properties, whether it is a strength or it is an optical properties or it's a catalytic properties or anything. And then ultimately we are going to reduce and then improve the efficiency of reduce the materials and then improve the efficiency of the process. And that's what India has been working on. And then I take proud to announce that or to tell you that ARC is the first institute to transfer technologies based on this two technologies based on nanoscience and nanotechnology. One is that the nano silver for the self-cleaning applications, which was transferred to the resin chemicals, and those brands and are still available. They're all marketed by Wrangler, Flying Machine, and then other companies. And other technology what we have already transferred is TAO to self-cleaning textiles, textile finishes. That's long back. It was transferred in 2006 and 7. So we are the first people in India to transfer those technologies. And good, I mean, because as I mentioned, as an actually Vice Chancellor also has mentioned, that one is science and then another is the technology. And one is invention and then other one is an innovation. So if you don't take it to all inventions towards innovations, so you may not be, may not be useful. It may limit it only to the publications or to the patents, but then it may not be useful to the society and all. So you have to have a kind of a science, because if you don't have fundamental science and all, so you don't know, you cannot develop any new materials or new concepts and all. But having developed that, that's an individual person who can sit and then or a group of 2-3 people, the research group, they can start working on and then start synthesizing or start making a special kind of materials. But converting that material into a useful product, that involves expertise from all the directions, all the disciplinaries. So it is an interdisciplinary work. Unless we don't package it, we don't make it as a product. So it cannot be, and then at economically viable cost, and then no industry can accept this. So we have to work, from that TRL level 3-4 to higher TRL levels. We have to work and then take it as an interdisciplinary activity and then bring in all the expertise which is needed to convert that into product. And then only it is possible to to make it into a product, and then eventually it can commercialize and then start generating the revenue either to the university, to the inventors in terms of the royalties, or into the as a profit to an industry which has taken up and then started manufacturing these products. So what I want to say is that's why I always like this, it's a science and technology. So science part, a research group will work, and then whereas the technology part, you have to work on and expertise from the various fields, come together and then work and then give and then package it and then make it into a product, and then which is actually commercially viable. That's one aspect. And always, and I would also like to say that, because to reach from invention, as I started from invention and then to the innovation, you have to cross a valley of death. So until unless, you cross that valley of death, you cannot go to the other pinnacle, other height, and then other mountain of innovation. So many of these inventions, will not go to that, and then many of them die in that valley. But what we do is, it's a need of the hour is, we have to hold together. We should not cross, in a single person, but then we have to cross, we have to hold together. We come together and then hold our hands together and then try to cross that valley so that, we can cross it, without falling into it effortlessly, go to the other thing. So that's what the technology which comes. And then we are also looking at, gone are those days, when we're starting at Nano Mission 2003-4, when we started on nanomaterials and all. The kind of industries, the kind of many startups, not their ecosystem. And if you see it till 2014, our startups are only 800. Now, if you look at 2024, the startups have gone to 1,70,000. So that means that the students, when we completed our BTech from our college, we only looked at a job at a place. But it's not so now, and then many students which are coming out from the college, they are coming with an ideas, and then they want to start their own company, and they want to create and then contribute to the economy of the country, and both in terms of tangible or intangible outputs. So that's a very great news that the people, that's why it has to be done. And then they create their own industries, and then they can also pump in back into the research, so they can drive the research, and then they can also do the manufacturing and then contribute to the economy of the country. And many startups are there. So one essence is we have to support the startup system. From the idea, we should come together, we should work. All the researchers, we should work with the startups to convert this an idea or this material or this concept, which is at a TRL level 3-4, and then take it to the TRL level 7-8, and then eventually for the commercialization and all. So that is a very aspect. And other aspect, in terms of NanoScience, we are looking at the textile finish. Now every the energy security, the energy storage, and then energy transportation is the need of the hour today for our country. And we should use these nanomaterials to convert to make it into clean energy, rather than we are all going away from the fossil fuels we are looking at. And then you also see that the electric vehicles which are coming up, and that also to eliminate the pollution, the CO2 emission or the particulate matter which is actually throwing on the roads and then polluting this environment. And then that's why when all gasoline IC engines are being now replaced with electric motors, and then it also needs batteries. And we are also looking at the cleaner energies like renewable energies, photovoltaic cells which are coming, then wind energy is a little bit, but then photovoltaic cells is increasing. It's increasing exponentially in terms of its generating capacity. But the other thing is we have to use these nanomaterials. One of that is the electrode materials for the lithium-ion batteries or the sodium-ion batteries, because as everyone knows that as the particle size is nano, so the diffusion of the lithium ions into the electrode materials will be taking very less time. to do that. So the rate capability will obviously will increase for the battery. Then other aspect is we're also looking at, apart from this battery storage aspects, we're also working on clean hydrogen. The hydrogen economy we are working towards as a fuel, converting hydrogen using renewable energy, non-fossil